Assalamu alaikum friends, and welcome to my series of Madina book 3. We are doing lesson number 9, and this lesson we will learn all about the musanna words. And let's see, in this lesson the musanna nouns are coming attached with the ya mutakallim. So all the rules of musanna noun revolves around it. So first let's read the lesson, and then when the word comes across I will explain the rules. So the lesson starts with teacher and the students, and this is a simple conversation between the two. A teacher says, Aina qalamaya. So the first noun that you came across is the qalamaya. What do you see in this structure qalamaya? We have a noun qalam, and then we have an alif. This is the letter that shows that it is dual. And which case is it? It is in marfu case. The marfu dual noun shows its case by the letters and not by the harakas, and that special letter is the alif. Then it is also attached with a ya mutakallim. So this is the basic structure we have with a dual noun attached with the ya mutakallim. How does this structure comes into existence? Let's see this in detail in my whiteboard. Now here you can see the word qalam, and this word qalam is marfu. As you can see, I have given the tanween. So when it is in marfu case and you need to make it into dual, you know that you have to add an alif and this noon. And all the students who are watching this video, you must be knowing all the grammar of the dual nouns, and you must be knowing that this noon is called an extra noon. Why is it called an extra noon? Because it does not have any any role to play in the Arab, and sometimes in other structure it is deleted. So that's why it is called an extra noon. And when you do the Arab of these kind of nouns, this this noon is called noon as zaida in the Arab, if you can say it in Arabic. So now when this noun is attached with a ya mutakallim, what is the rule when you attach this ya mutakallim? That's simple. Rule number 1, the noon gets deleted. So it does not have any work. That's why it's called noon as zaida or extra noon. So when it gets deleted the moment you attach with the ya mutakallim. So the structure we have now is qalam, and this is left with a long vowel alif, qalama, and we have a ya mutakallim. You know this ya cannot be attached. Why? Because alif stands alone, does not get attached from the left side. These are all the writing rules. And this ya gets a fatha instead of a kasra. Why? So there is another explanation here. Mostly when you say in some nouns, for example, if I take a bee with a ya mutakallim, my father. So you have a kasra with a b. You basically have the letter before the ya mutakallim gets a kasra just because this ya mutakallim is coming and forcing this ba to take a kasra. So why is this rule not applied here? Because of this long vowel alif. It's stopping this meme to get a kasra or this long vowel, because it is supposed to be read as qalama. You cannot read it as qalama-i or qalami. You cannot delete this alif. This alif cannot be deleted, as this is the only proof giving you that the noun qalam is in marfu case. So now you understand we cannot delete this alif. This is not a normal letter alif. This is the only letter proving the noun is in marfu case. So we cannot delete this alif, neither can we give this meme a kasra. You cannot read as qalami. So all these are wrong in the structure of dual noun attached with the ya mutakallim. What you have to understand is you need to delete the first rule, need to delete the noon, then simply add the ya mutakallim, and the ya mutakallim gets a fatha in this case. Now you know why it is getting a fatha, because of this long vowel alif, and this alif is the proof that the noun is in marfu musanna. So we cannot delete this alif, and that's why this ya gets a fatha. Now, after all these rules, now coming to the mansub and majroor case. So you know that in mansub and majroor case, the noun gets a ya. So this ya is not a long vowel, but it is the letter. How and why I'm saying it's a normal letter ya? Because you can see a sukoon. When there is a letter, alif, ya or waw, and it does not hold any harakat, then only it is a long vowel. But the moment you see a haraka over the ya or the alif or the wow, then it is no longer a long vowel. So here it is simple coming as a ya, and this ya is representing the dual case mansoob and majroor. So we cannot delete this ya. We will only delete the noon. So this is the first rule, deleting the noon, attaching the ya mutakallim. Now we have a structure qala, meme, and remember the harakas qala, mai. So we have the ya qala mai. And what about the ya mutakallim? Simply we are attaching the ya mutakallim. So now we have two yas. Qala mai, the first ya, and the ya mutakallim, the second ya. Should we write like this? Qala mai? No. What is happening? We will overlap the two yas together, and we have a structure qala maya. And remember, the ya will have a fatha qala, and remember the harakas qala maya. So overlapping the two yas, we have a shadda. When you overlap the two similar letters, we get a shadda over the letter. This shadda tells you the ya comes twice, it's overlapping, and we have the fatha. So this fatha remains intact. Remember, the fatha remains intact, and this meme with fatha cannot be changed because there is another ya overlapping with the ya mutakallim. So this is not the previous letter before the ya mutakallim. So don't get confused. Simple. The fatha over the ya mutakallim is maintained throughout, and in the mansoob and the majroor case you will see a shadda, and now you know why there is a shadda. So we have a structure qala maya, and mansoob majroor we have qala mayya. So now let's go back and read the lesson again. So now you have understood the structure of qalamaya. Bisautin alin means in a loud voice. Ara'aytum means have you seen it? Qalamaya. Now can you see the structure qalamaya with the shadda and the fatha? So now you understand why there is a difference in the qala. What is the difference between qalamaya and qalamaya? So this is in mansoob position. How do I know it's a mansoob position? Fail, file, and put the formula fail, file, and maf'ul bihi. And here it is aina qalamaya. It is jumla ismiya. So this is mubtada, and the questioning tool can come in the place of mubtada, and this is khabar, simple khabar. So it is in marfu case. Ya ikhwan. So huma dhani. So these are the nouns that you're coming across, and this may seem a little bit different. What is huma? As you know, huma is the mir for the duals, and dhani. What is all this? Huma dhani. These are all the mixture of. This is the ha tambiya, means ha is used when the person wants to draw your attention towards something. It is called ha at-tambiya. Tambiya means for attention. Ha at-tambiya, ha huma. Here are these two. Dhani. Dhani means this is for used for the dual, and this is being used for the two pens, and it also tells us that it is somewhere a little far away from where you are showing. So dhani means dhaka or dhalika, it's all the same, showing you, and this is the dual ismal ishara. So these are all coming together. Ha huma dhani ya ustaz. These two pens are there, ustaz. Huma tahta haqibatika. So huma is referring to the two pens, tahta under, and as you can see, this is the zarf idafa. This is the zarf, or you can say it is in mudaf place, and haqibati is mudaf ilahi with a kasra. You can see it is idafa with zarf. Haqibatika, it is under your bag. Mudarris says hatu, hatu coming from the hati. Hati is a command, means give, and when it is added with waw al jama, that means it is a command for male plural. Hatu, give. Dafatir, dafatirakum. So how do I know there is a fatha over the ra? Simple, hatu. So this is actually the fail and the file. It is jumla failure. Why? Because hatu is the fail, and where is the file? The waw al jama is the file. So when we have fail and file, the next will be mafulun bihi, the fatirakum. So whenever you have a command, you will also have a file in it, and then any noun coming after it will be in the maful bihi case. For example, if I say, it's just a little bit of an example to explain you further. If I say hati, hati daftari, daftarika, sorry, daftaraka, daftaraka, or hati daftara. I don't have space, so that's why hati daftara. So where is the file, if one may ask? I'm using the same fail. Hati is for single person. This is the fail. This is the fail. And where is the file? Hidden damir mustatir huwa. So we have the file, single person male, hati, fail and file. We have both, and this noun coming after the fail is the mafulun bihi. So whether you have for single person or for the plural or for the dual, you will always see the damir attached after it, and we have both fail and file, and the noun coming after it is maf'ul bihi. Ya ikhwan means the teacher is saying, give your notebooks, all your notebooks, oh brother, yusallimu li kullu wahidin minkum daftaraini, means he is telling you, yusallimu, you all means give. Yusallim, as you know, in the previous lesson you've learned the word yusallim. It has several meanings. So yusallim means give to me, give. Yusallimu li kullu, all all of you means everyone. If you can translate it, everyone. Minkum daftaraini means your two books. He wants from all students the two notebooks. So what are those two notebooks? Daftaran nahwi, daftaran nahwi, and you can see this is the fatha, and it's in mansoob case, daftaran nahwi wa daftaras sarfi. So all in idafa, you can see all in idafa. Now, tullabu yusallimun. Now, this is plural. All the students gave for him lahu. This is lahu. This fatha should be on the lam, not on the ha. Lahu. The fatir is the jama taksir, but it is in mansoob case. The fatirahum, their notebooks. Aina dafatiraka ya Hisham? So the teacher is asking, where is your notebook, Hisham? So Hisham says, Salamtu. So this is fail, tu is the file, and huma is the maful bi. So the whole word is a jumla failure in itself, because you have fail, file, and full be both of all three of them in this single word. Sallam, the fail. Tu is the damir, means I gave it to you. It's the past tense. I gave it to you, both of them. Huma is referring to the two books. Huma. Laka, to you. Ams, yesterday. This is the zarf, yesterday. So the teacher says, asallamta, asallamta, this is questioning tool. Hamzatul istifham. Asallamta, did you give me daftaraika? Now, why it is daftarai with the ya? Because fail, file, and this will not work in between. It's the harf jar and the ya mutakallim. And where is the maf'ul bihi? Daftarai with the ya. So this is in mansoob case, maf'ul bihi. And mansoob, how do you know it is mansoob? Because of the ya. And this fatha and the sukoon tells you that this is the normal noun in mansoob case. Always look for the sukoon and the fatha. There will always be a fatha before the ya sukoon. So this is very important, because some of the nouns, they look similar but the harakas are different. So don't get confused. Always look for the sukoon and the fatha, and you will recognize that this is a normal noun in mansoob or either majroor case. So here it is mansoob. How do you know it is in mansoob or majroor? By just looking at the structure of the jumla. If you have the fail file, the next will be maf'ul bihi. So that's why you know this daftarai is in mansoob case. Yeah, Majid. So now teacher is asking Majid that did you give your two notebooks? So Majid says, Inni nasitu. Nasi means I forgot. Inni, indeed I forgot. An atiya bihima. Atiya is actually an atiya. Both of them comes with an. So this is actually making a verbal noun. So an is here. Actually, you will learn about this structure in the further coming up lessons in Madina book 3. But for now, you must know that if you have a verbal noun, for example, um, if I take any other verbal noun, for example, any example I don't remember, but if any word, any verb that comes with an, know that it is making a verbal noun in itself. So an atiya bihima means I forgot to bring the two notebooks. So you can say I forgot bringing the two notebooks, the ing word, the verbal noun. So this structure is actually representing the verbal noun, and this you can translate as to bring. Atiya, to bring. Now let's see what the teacher has to say. So the teacher says, اذهب إلى المهجع في الفحصة وأتي بهما. So that means he's commanding, go to your hostel or the room where he's staying. Mahja'i, it's ism majroor. Fil fahsati means in the break time, break time. Wa'ti bihima, and come with it. Dafatiru man hadhihi ya Haris. So he asked again to another student, where is your notebooks ya Haris? So Haris says, hadani. Now we are doing the lesson on dual, so the ism al-ishara also comes for the dual. Hadani is being used for the two notebooks, these. So in English you will translate as these, but these are used for plural in English. But as you know, in English we don't have the duals, so we will translate it into these. But in Arabic, hadani tells you that this is denoting for the two notebooks, daftaraya. So now you know the structure. Daftarani, the noon is deleted, the alif remains for the marfu case, and this is the ya mutakallim. Daftaraya, hadani daftaraya, These are my notebooks. وَهَذَانِ دَفْتَرَ حَامِدٍ. Now you're coming across another structure, and that is the noun, dual noun in idaafah structure. So when it is in idaafah structure, this is the second rule we will learn. The first rule was deleting the noon when it was with the ya mutakallim. This was the first rule we learned, and now the second rule is very easy. The moment it is in idafa, the noon gets deleted and you attach with another noun. The fatira, the noon gets deleted and the alif remains. So the fatira hamidin means, and these are the two notebooks of Hamid. This is the of relation. Ta'ala ya Hashim. So he says, bring, come with O Hashim. Khudh daftarayka. Khudh means take. Daftaray, the two notebooks. Now, as I told you, in the command, the next noun will always be in the mansoob case. This tells you it's in maf'ul bihi case. And khudh has the fail plus the file. Where is the file? The file huwa is hidden inside because he's commanding to a single person, that is Hashim. Khudh daftarayka. So the noun coming after the command, it will always be in mansoob maf'ul bihi position. Daftarayka, the moment damir is attached, see the noon is deleted. From daftaraini, it became daftarayka, your book. Take your two notebooks. Dhanika, so in the starting of the lesson, you came across ha huma dhani, so that was dhani. The dhani came from this dhanika. And dhanika is a structure where you will see the kaf. This kaf is showing you the distance of something that is a little far away. So in ha huma dhani, the kaf was deleted. So this kaf is actually, it may be deleted, it may remain. So it is up to the person. Ha huma dhani or dhanika. This is the full structure. Dhanika means there it is. Daftara zamilika. So daftara zamilika, this is the second structure of idafa where the noon is deleted with the dual nouns. So there is the two notebooks of your friend. Zamilika attached with the damir, your friend. So ya Mas'ud. So the teacher is telling Mas'ud that there is the two notebooks of your friend. Aina akhawaka. Where is your brothers? Akhawaka, akhawani. Now, one thing I would like to explain here. In this lesson, you came across one noun, ikhwan. These two nouns are actually different. And pay attention on the harakat. As I already told you, always pay attention on the sukoon and the fatha. Ikhwan. This is not a dual noun. As you can see, the alif and the noon. This is not a dual noun. This is a plural noun for brothers. And now, this word, pay attention on the haraka. Akhawan. This is the dual noun. Akhawani. And it was ikhwanun. It can change its haraka, ikhwan, ikhwan. Now, but when coming across to dual noun of brothers, you can see the difference. Akhawan, the kha does not have the sukoon, it has a fatha. Akhawani, so the noon gets deleted and it is attached with the damir kaf. So we get akhawaka. And remember to see the harakat, akhawaka. This is the dual noun. Always remember that. La yahdurani. La yahdurani. This is the afalul khamsa. They did not come. Yahdurani means the two brothers. This is referring to the two brothers. Yahdurani. This is the fail mudare with the dual alif of musanna, the damir. Yahdurani. This is noon az-zaida in afalul khamsa. So they did not come or they are not present. Mundhu, since. Mundu is also a zarf since yawmain. This is the dual for yawm. Yawmaini. Mundu yawmaini is a idaafah. Since 2 days, aw thalathatin. That's why it is in kasratan, because this is also mudaf ilahi following the same haraka. And why it is having the same haraka? Because of the at. And it is following the haraka of the mudaf ilahi. So, mundu yawmaini aw thalathatin means they are not present since 2 or 3 days. Mas'ud says, kilahuma. Now, this word kila is used or literally can translate to both. Kilahuma, both of them, maridun. Both of them maridun, and this is a noun actually, and it takes the place of the mubtada, and maridun is khabar. That's why kilahuma maridun. So the teacher says, Maza bihima, what happened to them? B, due to this harf jar, the ha of the damir is changing its haraka. Bihima. Mas'ud, inna kilayhima. Now this ha will change because of the ya. And why it is changing to from kila to kilay? As I told you, kila is a noun. So now this is the jumla of inna jumla, where inna comes, the second, the coming noun will be in mansoob. So it changes from alif to ya, showing its position as mansoob. So kilay becomes ism inna mansoob hima. Inna kilayhima masabun. Masabun means afflicted. Masab comes from musibah, and they are afflicted. B is halin shadidin, diarrhea. This is diarrhea, dysentery, shadidin, severe dysentery, diarrhea. Now let's see. So the teacher says shafahuma. So shafahuma also used for two people, because both the brothers are sick. So he says shafahuma. Allah means may Allah give them shifa. And Nu'man says al-jawwa harun ya ustaz. So Nu'man says the weather is quite hot. Al-jawwa harun ya ustaz means the weather is hot. Now let's see the next. Al-Mudarris says, Iftah tainika an-nafidhataini ya Majid. So what do you understand by the structure? Tainika is an ism al-ishara coming from tanika. Tanika is used for a female thing or female person. And dhanika is used for male or male things. So dhanika used for male and tanika used for female. And it has an alif, that means it is a marfu case. But when they change, ism al-ishara change their position into mansoob or majroor, they change from alif to ya. That's why tanika became tainika. The ta tells you the femininity here, and the zal tells you the masculinity. Iftah means open, tainika, that. Okay, an-nafidhataini. So nafidha is actually a female noun, and that's why it is nafidhataini. The ta marbuta open up and it became an open ta, and then the ya is added in the mansoob case, and then the noon extra is added because it's a dual. So iftah, we have fail. And where is the file? File is hidden inside huwa. And nafizatain is the maful bihi in the position of maful bihi mansub. That's why taini. So when you do the ism al-ishara for the dual mansub noun, you need to change the structure of the ism al-ishara also. That's why it is tainika nafizataini. You cannot write tanika. You need to change. And remember, ism al-ishara the dual ism al-ishara are mu'rab. The hadha, hadhihi, they are all mabni. But when you come to dual ism al-ishara, they change. They are mu'rab. They are always changing because they change their position from tanika to tainika. That's why they are called mu'rab. So basically, we are doing here the mu'rab ism al-ishara for the duals. So Tainika Nafizataini Ya Majid. So he is ordering Majid to open the two windows. Iqra ad-dars. So what will be the haraka on the scene? Darsa. Iqra. This is command fail and file. And the huwa is hidden inside the damir mustatir. And this is maf'ulun bihi. Ya Hashimu with the harf nida. It gets a single haraka damma. An Aishati, who is this? The wife of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He starts reading An Aishati radiyallahu anha an Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam qal. So the hadith is coming directly from Aisha, the wife of the Prophet. Raq'ata al-fajri. So he says the teacher tells Hashim to read the lesson, and the lesson is the hadith. So and this hadith is directly from Aisha radiallahu anha. So he reads Raq'ata. So what is this? This is an idaafah, a dual noun in idaafah. The noon gets deleted, removed. Al-fajri, Raq'ata. So basically, originally it was Raq'atani, two raka of the fajr. Sunnah fajr is khair, means good, min dunya wa ma fiha. So this is the hadith directly from Aisha radiallahu anha, who is narrating them. Rawahu, this who is referring to the hadith, and rawa, this alif is showing the dual two men are narrating it. And who are those? Muslim and Tirmidhi. So this is showing two people. Rawahu Muslimun wa Tirmidhi. Now the teacher says, Inna Noon, this is the first rule. Now he is telling Inna noon al musanna, the noon of the musanna nouns, tuhzafu, and this should be a sukun. It's a printing mistake. Tuhzafu indal idaafati. When should you remove the noon al musanna? When the noun, the dual noun, is in idaafah structure. Rak'ata asluhu, originally it was rak'atani. وكذلك تحذف noon jama al-muzakkar salim, means when you see there is a noon in jama muzakkar salim. وتقول muslimu al-yabani. So what is happening? The noon of jama muzakkar salim and the noon of the dual noun. This is the second rule. Remember, these are very important. The noon of the dual noun and noon of the jama muzakkar salim are deleted in idaafah structure. So you can see the noon is deleted here. Muslimu al-yabani. Qala ta'ala fi surat al-Baqarah. In Surah Baqarah, what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says? Let's see. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Baqarah, Am kuntum shuhada'a idh hadara Yaqub al-mawtu إذ قال لبنيه إذ قال لبنيه ما تعبدون من بعدي, and there will be a merging من بعدي قالوا نعبد إلهك وإله أبائك, who are our fathers Ibrahim وإسماعيل وإسحاق إلها واحدا ونحن له مسلمون فقالوا تعالى لبنيه. So what does the banih means here? Meaning, I means meaning, li abnaihi means for his sons, and ibnu lahu jam'an means and all the people, referring to us also. Banun wa abna'un. So ibn has two plural, banun, and this is jama muzakkar salim mulhaqun. What do you know about mulhaq jama muzakkar salim? You know there is a male plural known as jama muzakkar salim, and you know that those follow some rules. For example, Muslim becomes Muslimun. So Ibn is actually the structure of Ibn is breaking here, is changing here. But for example, I'll give you an example, and then you can understand what I'm speaking about. Muslim. Hmm? Muslim. And when you make it into Jama Muzakkar, what happens? Muslimun. You're just adding waw wa noon with Muslim. The structure of Muslim is not changed. But here, when I'm speaking about Ibn, what is the structure of Ibnun? We have alif. Sorry, this is the with three letters ibn and then ibnun. So when I say about banun, what is happening? The letter here is being deleted. That means the structure is changing, and it is following the same jama muzakkar salim, adding waw wa noon, but a letter is being deleted the moment the structure is changing, and wawa noon is being added. That means it is taking the rule of jama muzakkar salim, but it is mulhaq. Why? Because a bit of the structure is changing here. From ibn, it is becoming banoon. The ba is getting the fatha, and the noon is getting the dhamma, and the alif is deleted, so it is now banoon. So that's why it is taking the name of mulhaq. That is something different from jama muzakkar salim. Usually the structure of the noun is not broken, but here the structure of the noun ibn is broken to banoon. From ibnoon, it is becoming banoon. The alif is deleted. The structure is changing. That's why it's called jama muzakkar salim mulhaqun. Wa abna'un. This is jama taksir. Afahimtum. So he's asking afahimtum. So here you can see it is an ayah from Surah Baqarah, Abdi. So this is my slaves. Now where can you see the dual noun? Yaqub idh qala li banihi. So this is banihi, means this is actually the li bani, banihi ma ta'budun. This is jama muzakkar salim, and min ba'di. And قالوا نعبد إلهك وإله آبائك إبراهيم إسماعيل وإسحاق إلها واحدا. This is sifa for ilahan, as you can see, sharing the same haraka and structure. نحن له مسلمون jama muzakkar salim. So basically, banihi ay li abnaihi. Here, the teacher is trying to explain you the word ibn, and whatever I explain is the same explanation. So the tullab, the students ask teacher, Naam, fahimna jayyidan. Jayyidan means we understood very good, very well. Can say very well. So the teacher says, Ya Hamidu, Hati, give ayatan maful bihi. Tahwi contains, which has muthannan, means a dual noun, which has a dual noun. Hudhifat means deleted. Deleted musanna noun. Noon lil idaafah means you give me an example of a musanna noun where a noon is deleted and it is in idaafah structure. So let's see. So he gives an example. Qala ta'ala li Musa means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to Musa alayhi salam. Fi surah Taha, Inni ana rabbuka. So he says, Inni ana rabbuka means I am your Lord. Fa ikhla. Ikhla means take out. This is command. Na alayk. As I told you, ikhla fail plus file, and then you have maf'ul bihi. Na'alayk means the two shoes, referring to the shoes of Musa alayhi salam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding to take out his two shoes. Na'alayka, you can see lam with fatha and the ya with sukoon. This is the proof of dual noun. Na'alayka in mansoob case. Innaka bil wadil muqaddisi. You are in the valley of Muqaddas, pure valley Tuwa. Valley of Tuwa, and it is pure. Ahsanta means excellent. He is saying excellent to the student. Ya Haris. Hati misalan, give me one example. So fail, file hidden, and this is maf'ul bihi. Min al hadith nabawi ash-sharif means give me one example from the hadith. This previously it was an example from the Quran, and now the teacher needs an example from the hadith. So he gives an example. قالوا قول النبي means, what do you mean by قول النبي? قول النبي means the saying. قول is the verbal noun. From قال we get the verbal noun قول. قول means the saying of sallallahu alaihi wasallam لعائشة, and he is directly saying to his wife radiyallahu anha, ya Aishatu inna aynayya. Can you see the structure of the noun, dual noun with the ya mutakallim? And the moment you see the shadda, know that this is aynay, the mansoob. And why it is in mansoob? Because it is the jumla in jumla with the with the harf tawqeed inna. So this is ism inna. Aynay with the ya mutakallim is ism inna mansoob. That's why noon with the ya. There are two overlapping ya here. Tanaman. Tanaman is actually the fail mudare in the dual for the two referring to the two eyes. Wala yanamu qalbi, and yanam is used for qalb, and qalb is what he's saying is my two eyes are sleeping but my heart is not. So his heart doesn't sleep. Muttafaq alay means everybody is agreeing with this hadith that this is authentic. Al-Mudarris says, Ahsanta, excellent. Maraqib, yadkhulu wa yusallim thumma yaqul means he enters, a supervisor or someone. He enters and he says salam. As you know, this word has several meanings. Thumma yaqul, after greetings, he says, ayyuhal ikhwa means he is addressing to all the brothers. Ikhwa is another plural of ikhwan, and another plural of akh. Akh has two plurals, ikhwan and ikhwa. It may look like as feminine, but it is plural for akh. Ayyu darsa lakum mean in which lesson are you in, all of you. في الحصتين الآخرتين, in the last two periods. حصتين الآخرتين, آخرة is the sifa for حصتين. Since this is feminine, that's why akhiratan sifa is also feminine, and it is dual. As you can see, the ta marbuta has opened up into open ta, and ya wa noon is there. So hissatain akhiratain. So Majid says, Kiltahuma li Quran al Kareem. Both of the these two period, hissatain, this is feminine, that's why kilta. So now you know kila, kilay, and kilta. Kilta with the ta letter is referring to something feminine. And this alif is still showing that it is marfu. Why it is marfu? It is mubtada. As I said, kila and kila is a noun. It can come in the place of mubtada. Li Qur'anil karimi. So it is ism majroor. So Muraqib says Mudarrisul Quran al Karimi. So you can say this waw al jama is the damir, and what happened? The noon is deleted. The teachers of Quran al Karim fi ijtima'in. Ijtima is actually coming from jama. Jama'a is the original verb, and this is the verbal noun, means the gathering, is in a meeting or a gathering. So here it means a meeting. Ma'al mudiri, with the principal. فَيُمْكِنُكُمَا means is it so. Fa means so. Is it possible? Mumkin, yumkin, possible for you all. Al-insirafu بعد الحصة الثالثة. So is it possible that you can uh, leave بعد الحصة الصلاة, means is it possible that you can leave after the third period? So the Murakib is asking the teachers. So this is the whole lesson. Inshallah, I will divide my video into two. The next part will be on the exercises only, because it has around 17 questions. So this is the end of the lesson number 9. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.